Good morning, guys. It is Friday, the 2nd of July. So 4th is coming up. I hope you guys have an amazing time on the 4th. 4th is really kind of interesting here in Arizona. It's hot as hell. So everybody does their pool parties and that kind of stuff. And it's not necessarily my scene, the pool party thing. Never been a big fan of that kind of stuff. Kind of liked it when I was really little, but nowadays, got older, just was never my thing. I don't like beaches, don't like doing the swimming thing. The only time I really kind of enjoyed swimming, chasing a boat down in Alaska, that was kind of fun. Kind of sucked too. It was freezing cold, but it made for a great story. And that's in fact, if you want to check out that story, in fact, let me share a screen with you guys. Check it out over here on aaron.chapman.com. You go over here into Where's Aaron. I need to be actually posting more stuff here. So my marketing guys thought it'd be a good idea to put some stuff here. There's a really cool one right there. The Myra and Missy out of Ohio. I couldn't make it to an event, so they made a fat head of me, which was awesome. There is basically the write-up of how I redid that cabin in Missouri. There's the office, which you see on the main page. And then here's the cabin next door where I stay when I'm there. There's some things missing in that shot because we decorated it and got the got stuff in there. But here's the one in Alaska. It was a hunting trip that went, I wouldn't say went bad, but it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So, but it was a heck of a story. So check that one out. Definitely awesome. Here's the office, of course. So while I've got the website up, let's go here. Those of you who are not aware, have not seen this, we are jumping in heavy into O.U.R, Operation Underground Railroad, helping them to take down human trafficking to the best of our ability. Right now, we don't have the physical capability to do that, but we as all investors, we're pulling in capital. So we donate $50 for every transaction that we close. And we have 95 donors who jumped in on this particular campaign. We've raised the campaign up. Our initial goal was 10,000. We can see we jumped past that goal. So we changed the goal to 50,000. But we as an organization have donated $50 for every transaction we've closed since December. So we have collectively, between you guys and your assistance on the donation and what we have contributed, right around $85,000 in September. Freaking awesome. So I've got something coming up later on this month. Keep close eye on it. We're going to get a report on some of this. It's going to be really, really, really cool. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. But go here to the website, aaron.chapman.com, scroll down, click on the donate button, leads you right over here. If you feel the impression to contribute to this, jump into it. I have a very, very, very good friend in Utah, owns multiple businesses, extremely brilliant man who actually had an opportunity. I introduced Tim Ballard, who is the founder of O.U.R, to these guys up there. We had dinner. He came in and spoke to a large group that we had. We raised about, I think it was 119,000 in about 10 minutes. We've raised some more money for some other things for them, but they had those business guys, those business leaders go into his office, Tim's office, and do a heavy analysis. And they were amazed at what he could get done, what that organization got done on so little. From a business perspective, they want to see if there's something they can help, that there are some loss or something missing there. And when you think about some of the causes that are out there, we hear so often that there's a cause that people really feel in their heart and they start donating money. It turns out that the people who created or the executives are taking a massive chunk and only applying a small amount towards the cause. That's not the case here. I've got people that have analyzed this, have basically audited it in a way to help them see if they can squeeze anything out. And he said their efficiency is amazing, that they are accomplishing so much with so little. So that tells us that anything we put in there is going to be a massive dent. So if you feel impressed, go in here, donate $50 for every transaction you do, whatever it is. There's some people who have donated as much as 10,000. I've seen, a couple $100 here and there from staff members. Every little bit is awesome. I'm not saying that the 10,000 is more than the $10. Whatever you feel you're comfortable doing, this is great. Just because know that we have analyzed it and this cause is worthwhile. These people are putting the money where it should go. So let's get into the market stuff, because I know that's what we talk about every single time. So I'm going to share with you the screen on what I'm tracking here. And it does look like there's a story here, and it's hidden in the background, that lumber prices are coming down, which is a good thing. We want to see that improve. But we're also seeing some improvement across the board everywhere. You see all these green items here. That means there's some improvement going on. Now, it's very, very minimal, not much. So we did have some negative positions yesterday late in the game, or actually later in the day, when leading up to the jobs report. And that jobs report did have an impact that was positive for everything, but really just kind of brought us back to where we started yesterday. When you look at like the 4% coupon, the 4.5, which would be more indicative of the real estate investor. Right now, I'm looking at the 3.0, as you can see, we're still pretty flat from where we were. So what the Bureau of Labor Statistics came out is that 850,000 new jobs were created in June, which is stronger than the expectation of 700,000. But that's creation of jobs, not necessarily the people that become employed. As I understand, I could be completely wrong in the sense that it could be people being employed, or because there's a lot of different stuff being thrown around. I got to dig into this a little bit further. But unemployment decreased from increased from 5.8% to 5.9%. So we have higher creation, but yet more unemployment. So that rate was derived by a household survey, which was done by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they surveyed that there were 18,000 job losses, while the labor force increased by 151,000. So the number of unemployed people increased, or the unemployment people increased by 168,000. So causing that unemployment rate to rise. So creation of jobs, but yet a rising unemployment. So just a little bit of something to kind of look at. We are seeing numbers that you look at, people that are not going to work due to pandemic reasons, they're not counted into this statistic. So when you put that into it and figure there's another $1.6 million, 6 million people without jobs because of the pandemic, you add them back in, that, there's that little bit of a misclassification area, you start to see that real unemployment is probably somewhere right around 7%. So that right there is somewhat positive in the bond world, because it's showing that the economy is not near as strong as they want to make it seem. So unemployment numbers, it was a very, very positive unemployment, meaning that there was people getting jobs and things were getting to where we had more people back to work, all those kind of things. Then we would start seeing that it would increase the economy, therefore put a drag on bonds, create more inflation, and therefore we'd start seeing a lot of negativity. A little bit more of a flat position because it's not a massive difference. So we'll see how that all plays out in the future, but I think traders are going to be a little bit more soft in their trading today anyway, because we're going into a holiday, which they typically do that. That might be why we're not seeing a ton of activity in those higher coupons. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a phenomenal July 4th. Go to the website, aaron.chapman.com. Click on the donate button if you feel like it. Also check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/quitjerkingoff. Go check that out, subscribe, check some stuff out. We're going to switch a lot of stuff up there because we want to be able to get some better traction. We're starting to learn a little bit more about this YouTube thing. So my guys are working on that as well. Thanks, guys, and I will see you on Tuesday.